picture this. A spacecraft uh, billions of miles into a 7-year journey finally reaches Saturn.
Yeah.
But this isn't just a quick flyby and a photo op.
Right.
This is Cassini settling in for a 13-year dance with the ringed planet.
Yeah.
And it's going to change everything we thought we knew about Saturn. Its rings and its moons.
It really did.
Welcome to Cosmos in a Pod Space and Astronomy series.
Glad to be here.
In this deep dive, we're going to uncover the highlights of the Cassini mission and how it really reshaped our understanding of what might be lurking out there in the vastness of space.
Yeah,
So 13 years at Saturn, that's a long time.
it is.
What were some of the big questions Cassini set out to answer?
Well, imagine like going to a completely alien world for the first time. You'd want to know everything, right?
Yeah.
So Cassini was designed to be our eyes and ears at Saturn. It was tasked with studying Saturn's atmosphere, those mesmerizing rings, the powerful magnetic field surrounding the planet, and of course its many moons.
Right.
Some of which turned out to be far more interesting than anyone expected.
Let's talk about those moons. 2 in particular seem to really steal the show.
Yeah.
Enceladus and Titan. What made them so special?
Well, Enceladus was a revelation. I mean, Cassini discovered these enormous plumes of water vapor and ice particles just shooting out from its south pole.
Wow.
It was like the moon was sneezing out secrets from its interior.
Okay.
Secrets that hinted at something truly remarkable hidden beneath the surface.
It sounds like more than just a hint. What did those secrets reveal?
Well, imagine this, a global saltwater ocean tucked away beneath Enceladus's icy shell. It's not just a little puddle either. It's a vast, potentially life-harboring ocean.
Really?
And if that wasn't exciting enough, Cassini found evidence of hydrothermal vents on the ocean floor, just like the ones on Earth that teem with life.
So Enceladus went from being just another icy moon to a potential haven for life.
Exactly. And it raises so many questions.
Yeah.
What kind of life could exist in that hidden ocean? What are the conditions like down there? Enceladus became a prime target in the search for extraterrestrial life thanks to Cassini's incredible discoveries.
Wow. So we have this potential underwater world on Enceladus.
Yeah.
Now, Titan is a completely different story, right? I mean, methane rivers. That's wild.
Titan's like a strange alternate version of Earth.
Yeah.
It has mountains, valleys, lakes, and rivers.
Wow.
But instead of water, it's all liquid methane and ethane.
Really?
Imagine a world where natural gas flows like water on Earth.
That's
It's
crazy.
mind-boggling.
Yeah.
And it has this incredibly dense, nitrogen-rich atmosphere,
Okay.
which is very similar to what scientists think early Earth's atmosphere was like billions of years ago.
So by studying Titan, we're also learning about our own planet's past.
Exactly. It's like looking into a distorted mirror reflecting a possible version of our own planet's ancient history. And of course, we can't forget about the Huygens probe, which hitched a ride with Cassini and actually landed on Titan's surface. It was a monumental achievement, sending back the first ever images from this strange and wonderful moon.
Wow. This is already so much to take in. We've covered hidden oceans and methane rivers, but we can't talk about Saturn without mentioning those iconic rings. What did Cassini reveal about them?
Well, Cassini showed us that Saturn's rings are much more than just a pretty backdrop. They're dynamic, constantly changing, and made up of billions of icy particles ranging in size from tiny grains of dust to massive boulders,
Wow.
all orbiting Saturn at different speeds. It's this breathtaking, chaotic ballet of ice and rock.
I've always wondered, how old are those rings? Did they form with Saturn billions of years ago?
That's what scientists initially thought, but Cassini's data surprised everyone. The rings appear to be much younger than Saturn, maybe less than 100 million years old. That's a blink of an eye in cosmic terms.
Wow.
It means those majestic rings we see today are a relatively recent addition to Saturn's long story.
That's incredible. It completely changes our perspective on how we view the entire Saturnian system.
So, are there any more surprises lurking in Cassini's data? I mean, we've got hidden oceans, methane rivers, youthful rings, anything else?
Well, there is one more thing. Remember that giant hexagon I mentioned? It's swirling in Saturn's atmosphere at the North Pole. Wait, a hexagon? Is that a typo? What are we talking about here?
You heard right. It's a giant hexagonal jet stream spanning over 30,000 kilometers across. Imagine a perfectly shaped hexagon etched into the swirling clouds of Saturn's North Pole. It's like something out of a science fiction novel.
That's just bizarre. Do scientists have any idea how something like that forms?
It's still a mystery, but one that adds to Saturn's allure. Scientists are working on models and theories to try and explain this unique atmospheric phenomenon, but it's a testament to how much we still have to learn about the universe. Even in our own solar system, there are still mind-boggling wonders waiting to be understood.
Yeah, it really is incredible to think that all of these discoveries were made by a single spacecraft launched back in 1997. It makes you wonder what else might be out there just waiting to be found.
Yeah, absolutely. So speaking of Cassini, let's talk about the tech behind these groundbreaking discoveries. I mean, this spacecraft traveled for 7 years across the solar system
Right?
and then spent another 13 orbiting Saturn. What kind of engineering wizardry made that possible?
Well, Cassini was a technological marvel even for its time. Think of it as like a flying laboratory,
Mm.
equipped with 12 different scientific instruments, each designed to unlock a different piece of the Saturnian puzzle.
12 instruments. That's a lot to pack into one spacecraft. What were some of the standouts?
Well, there were cameras, of course.
Right. For capturing those stunning images we've all seen. But Cassini also had spectrometers,
Okay.
which analyze light to figure out what things are made of,
Hmm.
kind of like a cosmic fingerprint scanner. And it had a radar system that could pierce through Titan's thick atmosphere to map its surface. It even had a magnetometer for studying Saturn's powerful magnetic field.
It sounds like Cassini was prepared for anything. But space is a harsh environment. Were there any close calls or challenges the team had to overcome during the mission?
Oh, absolutely. Just getting Cassini to Saturn was a challenge in itself. I mean, the spacecraft couldn't carry enough fuel for a direct flight,
Right.
so it had to perform this series of gravity assists using the gravitational pull of planets like Venus, Earth, and Jupiter to slingshot itself toward Saturn. Imagine playing cosmic billiards with a billion-dollar spacecraft.
That's incredible. It sounds like it took a lot of careful planning and precise
You're
calculation.
telling me.
Yeah.
And once Cassini was in orbit around Saturn, it had to contend with extreme temperatures, radiation, and even dust particles that could damage its delicate instruments. The team back on Earth was constantly monitoring the spacecraft's health and making adjustments to the mission plan to keep it safe and functioning.
I can only imagine the relief and the excitement when they received that first data and images from Saturn. It must have felt like opening presents on Christmas morning.
It was a truly magical moment. But as with all good things, Cassini's mission had to eventually come to an end. Remember, it was powered by a radioisotope thermoelectric generator,
Yeah.
which uses the heat from decaying plutonium to produce electricity.
Right.
It's a reliable power source for long missions, but eventually the plutonium runs out and so does the spacecraft's time.
So even with all its advanced technology, Cassini was on a ticking clock.
Exactly. As Cassini's fuel dwindled, the team had to make a tough decision how to end the mission safely while maximizing its scientific return. They wanted to protect potentially life-harboring moons like Enceladus and Titan
Yeah,
from any accidental contamination by the spacecraft.
that makes sense. So what did they decide to do?
They orchestrated a dramatic finale. In 2017, they sent Cassini on a series of daring dives between Saturn and its rings,
Wow.
a region no spacecraft had ever explored before. It was like a grand finale performance, pushing the spacecraft to its limits to gather as much data as possible before its final act.
And what was that final act?
On September 15, 2017, Cassini plunged into Saturn's atmosphere, transmitting data until its very last moments. It was a poignant end to a remarkable journey, but it also ensured that Saturn's moons remained pristine for future exploration.
It's sad to think that Cassini is gone, but what a way to go out. A blaze of glory diving into the heart of Saturn. It sounds like the ending of a science fiction movie.
It was a fitting tribute to a spacecraft that had given us so much, but Cassini's legacy doesn't end there. Its discoveries have paved the way for new missions that will continue to explore the wonders of the Saturnian system.
It really does make you think about all the people involved, too. You know, thinking about Cassini's grand finale plunging into Saturn's atmosphere, it really highlights the dedication and passion of all the scientists and engineers who made this mission possible. It wasn't just a job for them, it was a lifelong dream.
Absolutely. Cassini was a testament to human ingenuity, collaboration, and perseverance. It took thousands of people from all over the world working together for decades to make this mission a reality.
And it really was a global effort. Cassini was a joint effort between NASA, the European Space Agency, and the Italian Space Agency. It's a great example of how international cooperation can lead to extraordinary achievements in space exploration.
It really does highlight the power of global partnerships. When we pool our resources and expertise, we can accomplish incredible things. And when it comes to exploring the universe, there are no national boundaries. We're all in this together, driven by a shared sense of curiosity and wonder.
Cassini also taught us a lot about the importance of adaptability and flexibility in scientific exploration too, right?
Absolutely. Space exploration is full of surprises, and Cassini's team had to constantly adapt and adjust their plans based on the data they were receiving. Remember those plumes on Enceladus?
Right.
No one expected to find those, but the team was able to quickly adjust their observations to study them in more detail.
It's like they were writing the mission script in real time based on the data Cassini was sending back.
That's a great way to put it. They had a plan, of course, but they were also open to the unexpected and willing to embrace the unknown. And that's what led to some of the most groundbreaking discoveries of the mission.
Cassini's mission ended in 2017, but its legacy lives on inspiring new generations of scientists and engineers pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible.
Without a doubt, Cassini has shown us what we can achieve when we set our minds to something truly ambitious. It has ignited a fire of exploration that will continue to burn for generations to come.
So let's step back for a moment and think of the bigger picture. Why should people care about a spacecraft that's no longer operational? What's the takeaway from all of this?
Well, Cassini's story is about more than just a machine exploring space. It's a testament to the human spirit, our insatiable curiosity, and our relentless pursuit of knowledge. It's a reminder that we're capable of extraordinary things when we work together and dare to dream big.
It's also a reminder that there's still so much out there to discover. Mysteries waiting to be unraveled, worlds yet to be explored. Cassini has opened our eyes to the possibilities, and now it's up to future missions to build upon its legacy.
Exactly. Cassini has shown us that the universe is full of surprises and that the most profound discoveries often come when we least expect them. It's a call to action, to continue exploring, to keep asking questions, and to never lose that childlike sense of wonder.
What a journey. From hidden oceans to methane rivers, dancing rings, and a giant hexagon, Cassini has revealed a Saturnian system far more complex and intriguing than we ever imagined.
It has been a privilege to delve into the wonders of this incredible mission with you.
And a huge thank you to all of you for joining us on this deep dive into the Cassini mission. We hope you've enjoyed the journey as much as we have. Don't forget to follow Cosmos in a Pod for more fascinating deep dives into the universe. We are also on YouTube. Subscribe to the Cosmos in a Pod channel.